Let's talk about the Carolina Panthers, man. This is a team I cover a lot. This is a team I've seen up close and personal. This is a team that I'm very fond of. And the thing is with the Carolina Panthers, their future could either be really good or really bad, right? The Carolina Panthers, man, have so much talent on this team. It's crazy. But they don't have the one position that matters the most in the NFL, and that is the quarterback position. I've been covering the Carolina Panthers since I first started this channel. The Panthers, to me, have all the right players at the right position, except for the most important position. That's the quarterback position. Christian McCaffrey is my favorite running back in the NFL. They traded him to San Francisco 49ers. So it's been kind of hard to follow this team, and they've been losing a lot of games. And even though they had some bright spots, D'Onta Foreman, who was also one of my favorite college running backs of all time, it's still been very hard to watch this team because the offense is not very good. Now, it's been better until they ran to the Baltimore Ravens and Baker Mayfield. You can go check out that video about me and Baker Mayfield. But they'll be starting Sam Darnold. And to me, the Panthers are going to continue to be bad and have a dark future until they get the quarterback position resolved. They have amazing players like DJ Moore, Laviska Shenault. DJ Moore is really one of the best wide receivers in the game, but Laviska Shenault, very good when he's on the field and healthy. D'Onta Foreman, nice running back. Nice offensive lineman. Akeem Okwonwu is a beast. Franchise tackle for sure. Taylor Moton, decent tackle. Like him a lot as well. You have nice weapons on this team. Defense, Byron Burns, one of the best premier pass rushers in the game. Derrick Brown has taken his game to the next level. You would never know about it because this team was winning any games, but he is a very good defensive tackle that they drafted in the first round a couple years ago. Shaq Thomas, still a good linebacker. Jeremy Chin, still a really good safety. Xavier Woods, good safety as well. Corners are very good. Dante Jackson dealing with an injury for the rest of the season with a foot injury towards Achilles. He's really a good corner when he's in the game. Prayers up to him. I hope he gets well very soon. He's a very good corner. J.C. Horn, very good corner. But I take this back to a couple years ago. When the Carolina Panthers drafted J.C. Horn, a lot of people was happy with that move. I said they had a good draft class, but I was very upset, and I questioned one move. I said, their first round pick, J.C. Horn, are we sure we're going to take him over Justin Fields? Are we sure that they should be taking a corner or another defensive player over quarterback? And a lot of people, they agree with me. They said, hey, but you know what? We trust in the quarterback we have. We're going to see what they have. It's been a crapshoot at the quarterback position. This team needs to lose out. I'm not a guy that stands on tanking. I'm not a guy that condones tanking. I think you should be punished if you lose games on purpose. This is one of those rare situations to where you need to tank and lose as many games as possible. I know fans don't want to hear that, and those players do not lose on purpose. But the Panthers are not good enough right now to be trying to win games and get them out of the CJ Stroud or Bryce Young sweepstakes. Obviously, Bryce Young is the pipe dream. That's the perfect quarterback for this team, in my opinion. On the film, he will fit this team extremely well. But it seems like the Houston Texans may go with Bryce Young because they're the worst team in the league, by far. So you don't get Bryce Young. CJ Stroud is a nice number 2 to have in the draft position. He's a guy that can come in and stretch the field. Amazing quarterback. I love what he would be able to do on this team. And now the draft is quite a ways away, but the Carolina Panthers can't mess this up for too much longer. You've been rolling the dice on quarterback for years now. Eventually you have to stop. You fired Matt Rule and you fired Phil Snow. The Matt Rule administration is gone. Met the guy when he was at Baylor. Amazing person to talk to. Knows the game very well. Just not a good NFL head coach. Right? Just not good. But you get off of him. I think that you have a competent interim head coach in Steve Wilks. We don't know what Steve Wilks is. Every time I see Steve Wilks with a head coaching job, he's getting the short end of the stick. Josh Rosen was his last starting quarterback for the team that he had to coach with the Arizona Cardinals. And we saw how that went. One of the biggest busts in quite some time. And they fired him after 1 year. And he's been around the league for some time. I would like to see him get a fair coaching assessment with the Carolina Panthers. I would love for him to be the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. If Sean Payton doesn't want to come down. If Sean Payton doesn't want to come down, Steve Wilks will be an excellent head coach to have. Great leader of men. Great leader of men. Have these guys playing with their heart in their sleeves. Great guy. But the Matt Rule situation was just horrible. I thought Steve Wilks was going to be the guy to begin with. They went with Matt Rule, so that set the franchise back. And Matt Rule kept rolling the dice on quarterbacks. They didn't want to draft one. You went with Teddy Bridgewater. He's a bridge quarterback, no pun intended, but that's what he is. He's a bridge quarterback, right? You move off of him. Hey, Sam Darnold has potential. I thought he was salvageable. No good. And you wasted a second-round pick on him. That was tough. Then you went and you got Baker Mayfield. Ugh, he's the worst of all the quarterbacks you had. He's the worst. PJ Walker's looked the best out of all those guys. Sam Darnold did have the 3 games last year. Then McCaffrey got hurt and the offensive line was bad. But he's not your franchise guy. We haven't seen the Carolina Panthers with consistent quarterback play in quite some time, and they need it right now. Ownership is failing this team by doing that. You have the nice players. You have good drafts. But my main question to you guys is in the comment section. This is the main thing here. A lot of people believe in Matt Corral. A lot of people like Matt Corral. It's a quarterback they drafted in last year's draft. A lot of people like this kid. I am on the hand to say that you still drafted CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, regardless if you believe in Matt Corral or not. Matt Corral could be something. He could have a nice future. But he's dealing with an ankle injury, so he's going to be out for the entire year this year, and he's been, so we don't know what he is. Maybe he could have come in and looked really good for this team, but I don't think that he's going to be the guy moving forward. I think that the guy moving forward is going to be, for sure, you have to go with a CJ Stroud or that Bryce Young situation. Because I look at the Houston Texans, they're going to be the worst team in the league. They're going to be picking first. But the Panthers have to get a quarterback here. And I'm not saying you go into free agency and say, you know what, we're going to trade for a veteran. That does nothing. It could help you, but look at what the Denver Broncos done with Russell Wilson. That set them back a lot of years. And the Panthers have been set back years already. You get a guy in the saddle, you sit him there, you develop him, and then you will be good. If the Carolina Panthers can get the quarterback situation resolved, listen to how bright this future could be. The New Orleans Saints are in cap hell right now. They don't know who their quarterback is moving forward. It may be Andy Dalton, it may be Jameis Winston. Tom Brady isn't getting any younger. And then the offensive line is dealing with injuries, but he's aged a lot on the field. The Bucs aren't the same Bucs they've been for the last couple of years, right? And the Atlanta Falcons, they're still a rebuilding team as well. They have nice players, but they're still rebuilding as well. So the Carolina Panthers could be on top to where you have a defense. You already beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You beat the Atlanta Falcons, and you always have the Saints number. If you can get the quarterback resolved by situation, and things can change out of nowhere, by situation, you could be the best team in that division overnight if you get consistent quarterback play. And I can say that for any team. But the difference with the Carolina Panthers, and like I said before, you have nice wide receivers. You have a true number 1 stud in DJ Moore. You have amazing players on this defense. You could be in the situation right now to you be very good in the NFL if you had the quarterback position resolved. And imagine the moves that you can make with a quarterback on a rookie year deal that is just decent. The talent you could put around him on the offensive end and get things right. That's the scary part of this team. But it's the downside part as well. If they miss on this quarterback position again, the Carolina Panthers are going to be in purgatory once again. And they've been in purgatory for years. I've been coming on this channel for the last couple years, been looking like an idiot because every quarterback they get, I say all you have to do is just be decent. You just have to be Alex Smith decent, Daniel Jones decent to get this team to the playoffs. And I'm looking stupid over and over again because the quarterbacks they get they can't even do that. So if you can just get a rookie quarterback that can just be decent, work off the run game, work through his progressions, you will be amazing for the future. I really believe that. I think this team has a bright future, but you got to get the quarterback position resolved. That's the truth about the future of this team. If you get the right quarterback, you will be good. And you can't say that about too many teams because the Chargers have the right quarterback, but they're not good. The Panthers have the premier players to be good. You got the offensive linemen, you shredded that up. They're still not amazing, but they're better than what they were last year. You know what you have in Nakeem Okwonwu. You got Austin Corbett. You have Taylor Moton. You have a good nucleus on that offensive line. Deontay Foreman has shown time throughout this season that he can be a good premier running back for you. DJ Moore is your true number 1 wide receiver. You may need to go get some more receivers, but having guys like Shi Smith, he can develop into something. Terrence Marshall, he can still develop into something for sure. But you have good players. And especially on the defensive side, I already named the guys. So all this team needs is just the quarterback position. And this team could have been in a situation to where they beat the Carolina Panthers could have beat the Atlanta Falcons twice if the kicker would have made the field goal in the first game and then you destroy them in the second game. I'm just saying, all they have to do is just get that one position. Easier said than done, for sure. But if they can get that position resolved, everything would be okay. So let me know in the comment section your concerns about the Carolina Panthers moving forward. I do think coaching will be the #1 thing for this team, outside of quarterback for sure. I think if you can't get a guy like Sean Payton, man, just bring back Steve Wilks as the head coach. He hasn't been horrible this season. Any other coach with this, they'll be getting blown out every year. Look, they held the Baltimore Ravens to a tough game. They did get blown out by the Cincinnati Bengals, but besides that, you haven't had that many embarrassing losses with Steve Wilks. You're getting destroyed with Matt Rule, and the offense has looked better since Steve Wilks has come in. I do think that you will want an offensive play calling head coach, but if you can get a guy like that throughout the NFL, things will be good. I don't think Airbnb is on their list at all. I saw a person have that in my last video about the Carolina Panthers. I don't think they're trying to get him at all. I do think that Steve Wilks should be the guy. And there was a report that Steve Wilks may be the coach moving forward. The ones in high power for the Carolina Panthers, they love the guy as a coach. So maybe he will be there. But let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the team moving forward. What immediate changes would you make on this team? And what changes did I miss? My biggest thing is that they definitely need to get a quarterback. So if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, man. If you like the video, hit the like button. Let me know about your comments and concerns with the Carolina Panthers in the comment section below. Most importantly, when each and every last one, you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.